Great products don't always get great results. I had a 7-figure brand come to me after hitting some abysmal lows. And you'll be shocked about how badly their old agency fumbled the bag. By the end of this video, you'll learn to avoid some catastrophic mistakes and how to double a 7-figure revenue in just 1 month. This story comes in hot off the press, starting just a couple of months ago when I got an email from a CEO saying they just had their worst month of revenue since 2017, a 7-year setback. A loss like that is painful for even the most seasoned business owners. I was to inherit an ad account of an agency which had just committed a generational fumble. Needless to say, this was going to be interesting. I can't tell you too much about this product because they're an active client and they're very secretive. But I can tell you it was in the woman's health and beauty niche and it worked off a problem-solution model. They found their customers' problems and found the perfect solution. It's an evergreen product which can sell all year and we just needed to tap into that. So when the product is great, but it's just not selling, how do you solve that? Well, we started in the ad account. Immediately, I saw a duct tape from a previous agency's temporary solution, a 70% offer. It's late September, 2 months before Black Friday, and the business is still getting terrible sales, even with a crazy offer. Something is terribly wrong. The account has 6 active campaigns, optimized for loads of different events and metrics with no consistent direction. Give a typewriter to infinite monkeys with infinite time and they'll eventually produce a work of Shakespeare. Well, it felt like I was looking at one of their early drafts. At least I knew where to start. Wait, where's the creative? They were running 6 campaigns. They should be stocked up with creative, right? Wrong. They had produced 12 pieces of creatives in the last 4 months. 4 months. That means 3 pieces of creative a month. Maybe they should have hired the monkeys. The creative wasn't exhausted, it was murdered. And it wasn't even that good in the first place. It's been dead so long that even Indiana Jones is looking for it. So we sat down and spoke to the client. We had found out that they had hired 2 separate teams, one for media buying and one for creative. And it turned out these 2 teams weren't getting on so well. The creative team would produce creative and the media buyer team would either turn it down or not let it run long enough to get results. With an agency like this, who needs enemies? Fortunately, I run an agency that produces creative in-house, so we never run into pipeline or disconnect problems like this. We like our editors and they like us. I've always believed that getting the best creative leads to the best results. So we've specialized in getting that consistently. Our client was lucky to have picked the perfect agency for the job. So what we knew is we had a creative problem with too many campaigns which focus on the wrong metrics. First things first, we wanted to get results and quick. So we looked at their previous winners before their results took a massive nosedive. And then we produced our own using our formulas and our templates and diversifying them to see if we can make them perform even better. And that led us to our second problem. There were so many campaigns with no real purpose. We had to quickly cull the bad ones. If you're making campaigns just for the sake of it, you're likely wasting money and just producing vanity metrics. You're going to be drowning the important data in a sea of useless numbers. I have a sneaking suspicion that the last agency was doing exactly that, just repackaging the data to fudge the numbers to the CEO. But clearly, they didn't do a good enough job because he's talking to me now. So when we start with a client, we always set up an ABO testing campaign to make sure we get good and quick data. This sharpens our edge by letting us know what content works, what content we need, and so we can scale properly. By doing this, we were able to solve problems 2 and 3 and optimize our systems to be able to solve problem 1. But scaling isn't just solving problems, it's expanding business. And I had a plan on how to do exactly that. But first, we have to start at the top. The creative. Indiana Jones was busy, so I sent out my second best archaeologist to dig out the best content in the ad account's history. It didn't take them long to find some content with meat on the bones, so we could put it in a preliminary ASC to get this boulder rolling. Then we could analyze what worked, map out a blueprint for our creative, and set my team in attack mode. One of the first things I noticed was that video content was performing significantly better. So we set a specialized focus on that. Making more than 3 pieces of content a month isn't exactly a difficult task, but I knew I could do better. I was going to show the client what he was missing. We started with 25 pieces a week. That's 100 pieces a month. 33 times more than the last agency. We're super specialized in this, so even though 100 pieces of content is a lot, for us, it's kind of par for the course. We put these into an ABO campaign with well-optimized principles so we get the best feedback possible. We weren't just gonna solve a revenue problem, we were gonna scale his business. Something that can hold loads of businesses back is being unsure what success looks like and the cash flow they actually need to grow. My long-term clients almost all follow the same pattern of being a small to mid-sized business, which I've scaled up to a whole new level. Now, typically, I start working with brands spending around $20K a month on ads. This is the absolute sweet spot for scaling. It shows that the business is capable of scaling, but hasn't yet hit that paradigm shift. I'd highly recommend you book a call in my Calendly link in my description. Back to the case study. Through just these changes, we were starting to see some really good results. People were loving the new creative and revenues climbing. We've plugged all the holes in this sinking ship, and now it's time to set sail. As I said earlier, this is a problem solution product, and it feels like the client's last agency really lost sight of that. Now, it's important to be diverse in this industry, but losing sight of your unique selling point is a death sentence. It was time to bring that focus back, and what better way and focusing on a hero product. We knew what kind of content was working, and we had detailed analytics to back it up. It was time for a product that started the business to step in and save it. Our content designers were locked in and ready to deliver some banger content. And that is exactly what they did. I can't show you the campaigns, but I can show you something beautiful. Bam, 108% increase. The heartbeat of a business had been revived. Just like that, we're not in 2017 anymore. We're in 2024. The business would live to see another day. If you like my video and want to find out more, click the link in the description. You can book a call with me. You can join my school where I teach this every day.